Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry for not being in my normal attire. It is late. It is like 11 o'clock at night on Saturday, post Hormozi live stream. We were there for the entirety of the 10 hours. We were there from 11:30 in the morning all the way until just after 9:30 at night Eastern Standard. And it was a lot. There was a lot of great content, but I wanted to show you I have access to the ACQ AI, and I wanted to show you my process, walking through it, what we're doing, and I just wanted to kind of show you what it looks like. The promotion, it's still available. You've got a little bit of time left to, but I think that the only thing left is the 200 book and the 800 book, which, or 600 book, I should say, additional upsell. Unless you want to shell out $6,000 like I did for the AI, it may be worth it. We're about to find out. This isn't a chat GPT. This is not something that you can just borrow from a friend. It is completely customized for your business. It is all hosted in their proprietary platform. I'm not entirely sure what model they used. I just got my hands on it, but it is hosted on a third-party proprietary platform. It is potentially GPT. We don't know yet. No idea. I'm going to try and find out for you as we go through the course of this video, but I want you guys to see it. I want you to get your hands on with it. And I also want you to ask any questions you have in the comments below. We were there for the whole event. I may end up going into the private acquisition scaled group. We're not sure yet. It may or may not be worth it for us. We'll see. That's a lot of money. At the end of the day, it's $18,000 to basically buy entry. And the question is, are we going to get more value out of the $6,500 we've already spent on stuff? Plus, if we took that $18,000 and put it into ad spend, perhaps we may get a better result by using that $18,000 to actually pay for the implementation of what's in all these books. And when I say pay for the implementation, I mean creating ad content, running those ads, actually spending a higher ad budget. Instead of spending 1,000, we can spend 3,000. We can allocate additional funds to building out SOPs, hiring consultants, whatever we need to scale our business. Without further ado, let's jump right into the AI. I'm going to get off camera. You don't have to see my ugly face anymore. And let's get right into it. Welcome to the Acquisition AI. It is gated behind a login. You have to have an account. An account will already be created for you. My account was created for me. It is the email that you use to purchase the 200 books or the 800 total if you did the super upsell. This AI uses customized examples to help you grow your business. So we're going to hit start onboarding. Let's see how customized this gets. Choose the primary delivery type of your core offer. Provide the plan. Customer does the work for the lower price. This is hard because we have multiple businesses. I think that it may be per business. And I'm wondering if there's a way that I can change it after the fact. So let's assume that we're going to go for our high ticket offers or maybe even our IT company. So let's do a done for you. And then choose the primary delivery mechanism of your core offer. So is it a software base, which is a SaaS, right? Is it information like a course? Is it a service? Skilled people performing work to produce the result. So, or is it a physical product? In my case, I think it would be a service. A lot of what we do is software related, but realistically, I'm going to say it's a service because you are required to have a human being do the thing for you. Choose your primary mode of advertising. We actually don't do a whole lot of advertising right now. We do a lot of warm outreach or inbound. So we do referrals, we do inbound. We're not really doing a whole lot of cold outreach or free content or paid advertising. I'd like to start doing that. I am going to select cold outreach or free content. Let's say we have an ad budget. Let's do paid advertising. Okay. Choose your primary lead getter. So staff or employee, referrals, affiliates, or agencies. Agencies are outside firm generating leads. So it's like book on behalf, scheduling as a service, whatever, like where they'll book appointments for you. We're just going to do self for employees because we farm our own leads. We book them. We do everything. Choose the monetization mechanism generating the majority of your revenues. Many businesses have multiple monetization mechanisms, but focus on what makes up the majority of revenue. So like 75%. So continuity / recurring payments, that's basically the entirety of our That's like 90% of all of our business, 95% of all of our business is monthly recurring revenue. And then the primary selling mechanism, we are almost always on a call salesperson. Online, very rarely are we in person. How many employees do you have? Specialized roles and some management. So multiple teams, departments. So our company is a little weird. Most of our employees are, for our IT side of things, most of our employees are SOC engineers because we're primarily a cybersecurity company. Realistically, we don't really have a ton of management. We've got like 23 employees right now, full mix of full-time, part-time, contract, so I'm just going to put a full team, but I don't know. I'm going to say a few actually. And here's why. The people that I have on my team are entirely service based. Out of the 23 people, I would say 20 of them are very hyper role specific for service delivery. Out of the remaining 3, one of them is my executive assistant, one of them is our web developer, and one of them is our general project manager, right? So like the web developer, the general project manager, the assistant, and myself, like that could be multiple shared roles. I do all the sales. The reason I'm spending time here to describe this to you is so you understand how our business works, so you understand what the AI is doing. It's really going to curate this to our specific business. Choose your current tech status. None. I run my business with pen and paper. This is really good because everyone is so different. I use a CRM and maybe a few tools. I have a full stack of well-integrated tools. Almost everything that can be automated is automated. I'm going to say that we have a full stack of integrated tools. We're not fully automated. We're getting there though. We're almost there. Choose your primary business constraint. I think for us, it's leads. I don't think we're not doing enough volume that I could actually say sales is an issue. I think that getting leads is our issue. If we don't have enough leads, it's hard to get good sales metrics. If you have like 2 leads and you close 2 leads and you're batting 100% and you're like, okay, great, I'm a master at sales, I closed 2 out of my 2 leads, that's not really indicative of you having a good sales process. It's indicative of you having a really shitty inbound or outbound lead gen process. You don't know how good or bad your sales process is, because just because you closed the deal doesn't mean it's actually a good process. It means you may have just had really good leads, really warm leads. Describe your core offer, your target audience, and the primary value your core offer provides. Maximum is 60 seconds. I can click to record. I don't know if I should record this. I'm going to do this. They're doing the 3 W's, the what, who, why. What do you sell? Who do you sell it to? And why are they buying it? Like, what is the ultimate outcome? Okay, let's keep that same pattern. Let's just say Ikigai 1 sells managed cybersecurity and compliance services. I'm going to say managed cybersecurity, compliance, and IT services. I'll add the IT in there because we do it. We don't really do a lot of it, but we do it. Ikigai 1 sells managed cybersecurity, compliance, and IT services to small and medium businesses with employee counts between 10 and 500. Really, I actually really want to say it's less than 10. I want to do like 25. Let's do 25 and 500. Let's see here. The employee counts between 25 and 500. Let's get really specific, because the better your input, the better the output. So Ikigai, we're going to really hone into this. For those of you who don't know, is your ideal client profile. I deserve a like on this video, by the way, because I actually remembered what ICP stands for. Usually I can't remember. I'm like, what the hell? It's something client profile, and it stumped me for literally hours. Ikigai 1 sells managed cybersecurity, compliance, and IT services to small and medium businesses in compliance heavy verticals such as healthcare, law and finance, with employee counts between 25 and 500 that are looking to modernize and reap the benefits of technology-driven efficiency. These businesses have an eye for growth and want to leverage modern workplace technology to augment their team and increase the quality and reliability of their human capital output. The following: current yearly revenue, we're at 2.4 last year. I think we're at 2.2 this year. Current yearly profit, I have to check this. I think our margins right now are pretty decent. I think that this means our net profit, not our gross profit. Let's just assume our profit right now is just zero. Let's just say we're break even because we're over leveraged. Let's just assume we have very little profit. New customer per month. I don't understand what headcount means. Let's just say it's our team. If it's wrong, we could always change it. Let's just say it's 0.2. We're averaging around 2.5 customers per year. We're not really growing the company. Let's just say we have $30,000 in profit. Because that, I don't want it to say we have no money to spend or anything. So let's just assume. Before finishing, please review and accept. I have read and agreed to the privacy policy. I have read and agreed to the terms and conditions. I have read and agreed to the AI supplemental terms and conditions. Complete library of Alex's business frameworks. School free trial. $100 million Money Models audiobook. $100 million implementation workshop. I'm going to schedule this later, download this later, and claim that later. In the meantime, we get access to the AI Business Advisor. The AI Business Advisor says chat with Alex Hormozi's proven strategies and framework, instant access and strategies from $100 million offers, $100 million leads, and exclusive workshop content. Premium access, ask anything below. And then there's also the Money Models course. The AI Advisor is trained on Alex Hormozi's public content and private workshop materials. While highly accurate, always verify important business decisions with professional advisors. I totally agree. Warm outreach advantages, scale with paid ads, get first 5 customers, break growth plateau. We have quite a lot of options in front of us right here. It looks like we can do new chat. Looks like we can do private or public, so anyone can access the chat. Only you can access the chat. Anyone with the link can access the chat. So we have actual share options here. So we have a lot of really good options here. It looks like they have made a clone of OpenAI. If I open this menu here, it looks like OpenAI's menu. If I hit new chat, it'll just open up new chat. This really looks like it's very inspired by OpenAI. For those of you wondering, this is actually coded in React Next.js using JS Deliver as the CDN. Vercel as the platform as a service. It's all web.js with standard components. This is all the front end. It functions very much like OpenAI. It looks like OpenAI. It looks like ChatGPT. It functions like ChatGPT from what I can see here. So hopefully we could find out here. So let's get down to the prompting right here. I want to say I'm looking to maximize my current remaining profit. I have roughly $10,000 in cash unallocated to throw into new outbound marketing initiatives. And I'm going to tell what I've already been doing. I have hired a managed infrastructure provider to handle cold email for me. They are currently warming up 196 inboxes and guarantee that 99% of all emails will be received in the inbox of my target cold email list, provided I limit each inbox to 2 emails per day. The total cost of this infrastructure is $400 a month, including the email sending and sequencing platform they provide. I must source the lists myself. In addition, I have several phone numbers and a CRM I can cold call from. I am open to sending physical mail to prospects. We'll need to source a list and develop a campaign / collateral. We're giving this as much info as possible. I understand this prompt is long, but we're doing this for the purpose of just explaining everything that we're doing so the AI can understand where we're at. I'm very interested in running ads with a budget of $2,000 a month on any platform. My goal is to get quick wins at lower ticket cost so we may upsell them during or after the low ticket fulfillment. Can you help me build out an offer that would work for this purpose with the upsells and a comprehensive strategy to convert them just along the way to ultimately convert them to managed clients generating monthly recurring revenue. I also need a lead generation strategy to go with this, and I need to know what money model works best for our situation. Let's see what we get. This is a lot of information I've given it. It looks like it's reasoning, which I have a feeling it's using GPT-5 in the back end because we're seeing here. So, okay, look, search playbooks, low ticket front end offer to acquire clients, then upsell to core offer, continuity, attract offer sequence, risk reversal guarantee, $100 million offer, your cash offer, front end audit or assessment to acquire clients, B2B service, cybersecurity, compliance IT, front end paid diagnostic, offer guarantee, risk reversal, rule of 100 outbound. You need to reach out to 100 people per day. MSP cybersecurity compliance managed services, low ticket front end audit paid assessment, then upsell to managed service sequence attraction, offer for SMB healthcare finance, low compliance heavy cold email outreach, outbound and ads money model sequence. Rule of 100 outbound, 100 minutes of 100 each day. Yeah, we've seen that video before. Okay, so right here, the play, paid compliance, readiness, sprint, remediation, managed stack. You don't need 10 offers. You need one that prints trust and cash fast. That ascends. Here's the exact money model lead plan to execute. Stage 1, attraction, offer, low ticket, fast road. Offer 14-day compliance, readiness, sprint for healthcare, law, finance, SMBs. Okay, so I actually really like that it did this. because that's actually an offer that I came up with on my own. It's except that our offer is 10 days. So we have a 10 business day summer of HIPAA offer where we are doing $8,000 for a 10-day full HIPAA audit, assessment, gap assessment, whatever. We have tons of deliverables. And that's over the course of 10 business days. If we don't do it in 10 business days or it's not done properly, we'll give them their money back plus $1,000 for wasting their time. I like that it immediately came and said offer 14-day compliance readiness sprint for healthcare, other SMBs. Really good. Deliverables, it gives me what I need to do. Baseline risk score plus gap analysis mapped to HIPAA, PCI SOC 2. Paid one per segment. Board ready report with prioritized 90-day remediation plan. Fantastic. Asset inventory plus access review snapshot. Fantastic. Policy pack starter. 3 core policies. I like it. I would give more depending on the price point, but that's a really good starter. Price $1,500 to $3,000. That's very low considering how much work will go into the assessments and everything. So I'm not sure where it's getting the pricing from, but that's very low. Our pricing is $8,000. When I had a deep research look into it, GPT was like, we're usually seeing anywhere between 3,000 to 5,000 on the low end for small practices and up to 15 or $20,000 for moderate sized practices. So we went with 8 because of who we're targeting. I'm not sure how they're getting this pricing. I would like to know where they found it. Risk reversal, since it's low ticket, use a conditional outsized refund only here, not on high ticket upsells. It does actually tell me right here, $100 million offers, page 129. If I click that, does it give me the page? It gives me nothing. Let me turn off my ad blocker. Let me reload this. And then I'm going to scroll back up. If I click this now, does it work? It appears it does not give me the information on page 129, I suppose. So I'm going to just check another one. It does give me for this one though. So some of it's broken, some of it's not. Okay. So $100 million money models, page 153. And it actually gives me the specific page of the book here. Pick a continuity offer. Bootstrap business must get customers at a profit. And this is from the brand new book that just came out that is not even available to anybody right now. So I don't want to copyright infringe Alex Hormozi. Don't sue me. I just really want to show this amazing tool. It looks like you have full access to the book of this tool before anyone else does. You can read the book before anybody else because they're not shipping until Tuesday. It's currently Saturday. So if you want to get a couple days head start, this is how you do it. Stage 2 upsell, 30 to 60 day remediation sprint. Offer immediately on findings, call time of the greatest need. $100 million models, page 153. Patch top 10 risks, MFA rollout, backup hardening, email security, MDM, policy completion, staff training. Price fixed fee, $15K to $40K with payment plan down sell if needed. Okay, so I remember Alex talking about this on the stream today. Not only can you do upsells, but you could also do downsells to save the sale. So instead of you doing, I'll sell you a website for $20,000, you say, I'll sell you a website for $20,000, but you could break it up into 4 monthly payments of $5,000 each. You're still getting the same amount of money. However, you're breaking it up into multiple chunks. And then closed mechanic, start this week, lock in sprint pricing. Otherwise, we rescope later. This is that loss aversion and urgency. You have to say, listen, if you don't do it now, it's going to be more. Alex was talking about this on stream today. He was saying one of the big things that helped his businesses when he was doing gym launch, what is it? PJ is his name, I think, or I forget. No, PC was his name. One of the big things that was helping him was the pay less now or more later. That's basically what this is. You pay us less now, you're guaranteed to have this pricing, or we'll have to rescope it later and your pricing will go up. Stage 3, continuity, manage compliance and security. Stack 24/7 monitoring, patch EDR backups. Great. So it actually understands what we're doing. This is great. I actually really like that the GPT or whatever this is run on understands my industry. Cybersecurity is a very complex industry. There's not a lot of standards. We have lots of very annoying acronyms, special words, and industry jargon. It's just a really complex industry. And I like that it understands what's required for there to be a high level of success. Bill every 4 weeks, 13 cycles a year at 8.3% revenue lift. So it's saying we should bill every 4 weeks instead of monthly. We should actually have 13 billing cycles, which will increase our revenue by 8.3% because we're basically adding an additional billing cycle for the year. Continuity bonus waived if they prepay a block or complete the sprint. Use continuity as a reward after profitable front-end sales. Anchor with a one-time setup plus smaller recurring to improve ROAS and retention. This is the retention playbook, the $100 million playbook retention. And then this is the specific play. It looks like the page isn't actually here. Maybe it's not fully ready. This is the retention playbook available if you do the 200 book upsell. It's $6,000. Lead generation rule of 100 aimed at the sprint. Daily inputs of 100-day sprint. Cold 100 personalized reach out day minimum. Email plus call. Expect a 3% engagement from cold email when done right. A lot of people can get a lot higher than that. It just depends on what your offer is and the quality of your list. Ads 100 minutes per day, making / iterating paid ads, run for 100 days straight. Okay. More is the lever, double inputs to get more engaged leads. And we could absolutely do that, especially if we do the cheaper ads on Facebook. We do cheaper ads on Facebook, and we can do the Facebook form fields. Instead of taking them off the site to a landing page, we can leave them on the site, have them fill out a Facebook form, and then use automations to engage with them, call them, and follow up with them afterwards. So if we can run an ad, get 100 form fills, we can call 100 people per day, or at least try to, and then just start hitting those leads. Just constantly follow up with them and nurture them and everything like that. Your existing intro, 196 mailbox, 2 extra days, 392 sends. Use them, but keep the bar at 100 a day minimum. No 0 days. It's really important. Your best bet to leverage your emails is to ensure that you have a good sequencer, ensure that you're staying within your limits, and then also prepare the content. Don't try to load an entire campaign the day of sending. Make sure you have everything meticulously planned out days in advance. That way you could just run on automation. Cold call follow-ups, same day for opens and replies. You can set up an automation in almost any system, whether it's HubSpot, Salesforce, Pipedrive, or any CRM system. When an email is opened or replied to, it will create a task for you to call that person. Direct mail only to tier 1 accounts. 1-page compliance reading sprint letter plus a QR targeting filters for healthcare, legal, finance. 25 to 500 employees. Prioritize recent breach news or compliance renewals. Funnels. Cold email call, 15-minute triage, book 45-minute finding call. Message, 14 days to a board-ready compliance plan you don't pay. We do the heavy lift. You make informed decisions. That's pretty solid. The copy is actually not bad. It's very to the point. Adds $2,000 a month to a single VSL landing page selling the sprint CTA. This is actually exactly what we have planned already. I like that. It confirms that I am doing the right thing. So for context, I've been doing this for 16 years, so I do have quite a bit of experience, but a lot of the times I still doubt myself because I feel that I am missing something, or I feel that I am not good enough, or I feel that whatever I'm thinking of won't be received well because I'm autistic. And because of that, I don't understand how people handle or interpret things all the time. I don't understand it as accurately as other people do. And so I often second guess myself, but it's very nice to see that the AI has validated what I am saying to be true. We have set up a VSL landing page that sells the same sprint that the AI is talking about with a CTA that goes to a booking page. And my goal was to put at least $1,000 a month into it, but we gave it a budget of $2,000. So it just wants us to do it all in this one VSL. If we run it on Facebook, we could do various different creatives. We're going to allocate 100 minutes a day to iterations on the creative. And like I said, this has it right here. So already cold outreach, 100 minutes, paid ads, 100 minutes per day, making pay ads, examples. We have all of this stuff right here. I like that it references the specific pages in the book. Final steps here: build the 14-day sprint page, report template, and policy packs. Okay. It looks like we've got a very solid plan of action here. I'm going to rate this a solid thumbs up. I think that this is a fantastic use of the AI. I am really excited to get into this. I have multiple businesses, and I'm curious to see if I can train this AI for multiple businesses. I am wondering how I can customize it to work with more than one business, or if it will only work with one business, and how it will react if I combine my businesses and say, hey, I have a cybersecurity company that also does marketing. I want to know if that's going to fuck up the AI and the logic, or if it will intelligently know that these are two separate divisions, completely separate purposes, and that they should be considered entirely separate. That could be a very interesting experiment to run. I will do that at some other point, but I just wanted to show you guys, this is the AI. It's very good. I am really impressed so far. I've built a lot of custom GPTs. I've used a lot of custom GPTs that try to do what this does. And I think that this edges them out. Regardless of what this is built on, whether it's GPT or Anthropic or whatever, it is really high quality. It is really good compared to the community built custom GPTs that I've used. And it writes very well. The copy that it is producing is pretty high quality. I think that there is some minor room for improvement here and there, but from what I've read from it, I like 99% of it. I think that there's minor changes that would only need to be made based on the context of the usage. I wonder if I follow up here, can you please write me a cold email campaign, assuming we'll email each person on the list. Let's just do 4 times before removing them automatically. Normally, when I'm in GPT, what I would do is give it tuners. I would say stuff like evoke emotional responses, target pain points, use a PAS methodology to exacerbate pain and create emotionally charged copy that makes the user feel like they need to take action immediately. I would use very descriptive modifiers and tune up phrases. I'm just going to see what's going to happen if I just ask it in plain English, like, can you please just write me a cold email campaign, assuming that we'll email them 4 times. Emails will be delivered every 3 days, excluding weekends. Okay, so really simple. I'm not going to tell it how to write the email. I'm not going to tell it anything at all. I just want to see what it comes up with. No modifiers, no anything, no language specifics, no best practices. I want to see how this is going to write it based on Alex Hormozi's best practices. We have SOPs built after consulting with people doing 30 million emails a month in cold email. SOPs that are data driven. But I want to see what they're going to write. I want to see how closely it lines up. Principal, personalized plus big, fast value, short, clear CTA, follow up more than once. So it's just citing a bunch of stuff. Okay. The cadence every 3 business days, 4 touch total, CTA. Book a 15-minute triage to confirm fit and scope. 14-day compliance readiness sprint. Got it. Email 1, short, personalized, clear value. Quick 1, RE, HIPAA, whatever we're going for. HIPAA gaps at company. Hi, first name, notice company has insert personalization here. We run a 14-day compliance readiness sprint, baseline risk score, board, ready gap report, and a 90-day remediation plan done for you. If we can't deliver a clear pass/fail map in 14 days, you don't pay. Worth 15 minutes to see if it fits. 15-minute triage link. Okay. I'm not crazy about this. It is good enough. It matches some of our SOP. It doesn't match everything, and I'm happy to do another video. If you want, leave it in the comments. I'm happy to do a video about what would happen if I provide it with our SOPs and see how it would handle that. I am happy to do like a whole other video about what's going on with the system if we introduce additional SOPs that may contradict what's written in Alex Hormozi's books. And again, we have these SOPs because they're data driven based on experts we talk to in cold emailing. Now, they may be right, they may be wrong, but I want to see how the system reacts. Okay, so let's see here. Email to big, fast, value, give plus micro. Subject, your 5-minute audit. Steal this. First name, here's a 5-minute self-check our clients use before audits. MFA enforced org-wide. Phishing simulations plus training. Last 90 days. Backups immutable plus tested restore times. Okay, so that's actually really good. They're looking at RTO. Device inventory plus MDM on all endpoints. Great. Email security with DKIM, DMARC, SPF verified. Our 14-day sprint builds the board ready plan and fixes tail risk fast. Want me to send a sample findings page or just grab 15 minutes here? It's non-committal, sure, send it, or just book the call. Proof plus urgency findings call in the close. Peer company cut audit findings 72% 30 days. I like that. Talking about a quick win, 10 risks. They knocked out MFA, email security, backups, and policies within 30 days. Clean audit. Some processes were applied. Okay, cool. So we're going to do the same thing for you that we did for them. It's pretty simple. I like it. Breakup plus direct S. Close the loop. Not a huge fan of that subject. Body, first name, closing the loop here. If it's not the right time, I'll step back. If you want the board ready gap assessment in 14 days or you don't pay, send the sample and I'll reply with a redacted findings page. Otherwise, I'll circle back next quarter. I'm not a huge fan of this. I'm not really a huge fan of this. I feel like it's kind of clunky. I feel like we haven't driven value and we're not doing anything to really drive that value. But also, it's been 4 emails and we haven't gotten any response whatsoever. I agree with it, but I just don't like how it's presenting this. I just feel like it could be done a little bit better. You may need to shop the copy a little bit, but that's fine. I could just go in here and say, hey, I don't like email 4. Can we punch this up a little bit? Can we do X, Y, and Z? So it's not the end of the world. It's not a big deal. These emails are pretty good. They mostly match our SOPs. They can be improved slightly. The copy can be refined a little bit. But I really like the direction this is going in. This is very solid. And while I feel like I could obtain the same results using a custom GPT, it would be more difficult to obtain those results. They would be less accurate. And I feel like the copy would still be an issue unless I specifically taught the GPT my voice. I believe that based on what I've seen so far on this platform, if it's not already a feature, it will probably be a feature soon, but I could probably teach this how we speak for our brand, our tone of voice, our verbiage usage, whatever. And it's probably all something that can be stored in memory, so I'm not super concerned. I think this is a solid win. Is it worth $6,000? That's a great question. I don't know. I think it is worth money. I think I would pay for this. I actually feel like I would pay for this on a monthly basis. I guess to answer the question, would I pay $6,000 for Alex Hormozi's 200 book upsell today? Based on what I have seen so far with this limited exposure to the AI, I would say yes. I feel like I have gotten value from my money. I feel like I am receiving a good quality product that will be improved over time with additional research and notes and information. I feel confident in the team's ability to deliver on this product, listen to user feedback, add additional features, and continuously build it out. And I feel that the quality of the information in this AI, not only is it laid out in a way that is easy to understand for most people, but I also feel it is very impactful and still high quality and useful for those of us who are more experienced, who do know how to do these things, who have done the research and spoken to experts and paid lots of money for consultants and everything. As I said multiple times throughout this video, we're actually already doing a lot of the stuff that the AI has told us to do. For me personally, that is really great validation because it helps me as a business owner say, I have made a decision. That decision is a good decision. And I am confident that I can send my company down this path. And I actually think that $6,000 is worth that right off the bat. There are a lot of mistakes I have made in the past, and I'm sure many of you have, that have cost a lot more than $6,000 just because you didn't have a good sounding board or a way to flesh out your own ideas. If this can give you that, it by itself will pay dividends over the next 5-10 years, and that may be worth your $6,000 entry by itself. I really enjoy the platform. I like the AI. I'm about to sign up for these extra freebies. I'm going to listen to this audiobook tonight when I go to bed. I'm going to customize my prompts. I'm going to start really getting into the weeds with this. I'm going to schedule my workshop as well. If you want to learn more, if you want to see my journey, if you want to experience this, I am going to leave links in the description for all the stuff we do. If you want to be a client, let me know. I may or may not decide to pay the additional $18,000 upsell and get direct implementation and training from Alex Hormozi. If I do, I'm 100% raising our rates because that man is a legend. Spent 10 hours today just spitting absolute fire, bringing super high quality business advice to the entire audience. Did not stop, did not take a break, did not rest for 10 hours. Absolute savage. It was an amazing experience, and I'm very glad I stuck the whole day. I learned a little bit. The Money Models book is definitely something that I'm considering implementing in my business, and we're going to be changing how we handle our billing and how we present offers. I already learned several things today that are going to help us position ourselves better so that we don't have to worry about our cash flow. In the IT industry, it's very expensive to acquire a new client. I personally felt like I was struggling because we're concerned about our burn rate, our runway, our client acquisition cost. And I feel like this is going to alleviate a lot of that. So thanks for joining me on this part of my journey, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye, everyone.